Ah, yeah. Hey, Amaru. Only if you're ready. Let's go. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Me no care about all the noise, but I'm digging your station. See how you got my head spinning with a body rotation. Couple days went by, now I'm losing my patience. Go ahead, drop a pin, girl, wanna know your location. What's your location? Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way, I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day, I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Do you know she royalty? Do you know she royalty? One that I get heart racing. I did feel like with her we can take over nations, yeah. We can take a trip whenever, girl, you need a vacation. Number one bad girl, killing everything like on a mission. Girl on a mission. Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way, I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day, I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you, yeah.
Hello everyone, happy Saturday. Welcome to the Saturday podcast. Please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Hope everyone is doing well, enjoying your weekend, and thank you for joining me wherever you are. Right, let's get straight to it, shall we? Quite a couple things to get through today, but let's see who's in the chat. Hey Black Queen, hey Robin, hey Lorna, hey Levy, Miss B Talks. Okay, Harlem, thank you so much for the super chat. You said the British press and establishment seem to be becoming more unhinged, that the usual tactics aren't working to make people care about Coronation. Yes. You know, I don't know to what extent the royal internet streets are a reflection of the actual streets. I guess we will find out on the day of the coronation. But if it's anything to go by, there has been a huge turning of the tide. And I know sometimes in this space we can be in a bubble, but I can really feel it, everyone. People are just going, what is happening? And I feel like what's happening is there is the press trying to keep their heads above the water, because what did Harry say? in his interview, he said, if they ever lost control, that's the end of it. They don't want to lose control, and they are losing control. So they're scrambling to try and cover their backs. Meanwhile, the royals are also trying to keep themselves relevant, trying to keep it together for this coronation, trying to keep their skeletons in the closet. And they have to try and cooperate with the press, who is also messy. And I think there's just absolute chaos on both sides individually and with them trying to work together. And then their collective combined hatred of Harry and Meghan. Oi, what do you even say? A mess. And yeah, there were articles. Sorry, I actually forgot to put it on the slides, but I can read it out. There was an article that came out. The police are now profiling potential anti-monarchy groups or individuals or people with anti-monarchy sentiment because they fear that some people are plotting sabotage. And so the article said the biggest security operation in a generation will be mounted at the coronation amid fears of attacks. Police say eco-warriors, terrorists, and anarchists are a danger. Ex-head of Royal Protection, Di Davis, said the threat is as big as it has been in 50 years. Security chiefs are battling against an unprecedented number of threats from terrorists, anarchists, and eco-warriors looking to disrupt the event. Royal Protection Corps are planning the biggest security operation in a generation over safety fears to the King and Queen Consort on Coronation weekend. Specialist cops have even widened their remit from concentrating on established terror groups and other fixated individuals to controversially include members of peaceful campaign groups. So people like Republic have been protesting very peacefully, but then you've also had the odd egg thrower here and there. Apparently the guy or one of the people who was arrested, I think he was charged with 200 hours community service or something like that. He was charged. Like I said, I don't really agree with throwing eggs. I think that if we're going to, or throwing anything at anyone, if we're going to stick it to the monarchy, there is a democratic process that we can do it. Or there are just more creative ways of protesting that don't include throwing projectiles. Because, at the end of the day, you're creating a security risk. They don't know whether you're throwing an egg or a BOMB. So nobody should be throwing anything. I do not encourage anyone to be throwing anything. I think there are other creative ways that you can protest. Yeah, show up wearing a Diana mask. Show up wearing a Diana t-shirt. Start singing Candle in the Wind. I think that's a nice way to protest and let your feelings be known. And really, what they should really be concerned about is all of the aunties and grannies who love Diana. They're the ones that you should be worrying about. They're the ones that are going to be there heckling. They've been waiting for it for 25 years. Don't even worry about the anarchists. They're not the most dangerous people there. I promise you that. Thank you so much, Black Queen. Yes, thumbs up. Join membership if you would like to. Irene G, the coronation is turning into a three-wing circus. Princess Meghan declining the invite have thrown the coronation into a tailspin. Wow, who knew? Yeah, I mean, whose coronation is this? It's like this coronation is about everyone except for Charles and Camilla. And now they have no one to distract from the disaster that this is going to be. Tony, I have no intention of being anywhere near central London. Do you know what? I said that if there were squaddies on the ground, I would love that. I would encourage you all not to go. If you are a squaddie, stay as far away from central London as possible. If you really want to watch it, or you want to feel like you're part of the crowd, or some people want to go to these things for history, maybe go to a nice venue in the outer perimeters where you can just sit and watch it somewhere. I would not encourage you to go into central London. Security is going to be so heavy. And yeah, there will be people trying to cause trouble, I think. So it's just, I don't think it's anywhere that you want to be honest. because I just really feel like yeah, I've got a tingle in my back. That's all I have to say. Um, right. So let's get into it. Katy Perry. Katy Perry, who said that Meghan's dress needed one more fitting. Mind you, now that we know everything that Meghan was going through and what brides, princesses or not, go through leading up to their wedding, very insensitive. Who knows if the reason Meghan's dress maybe didn't fit, you know, as snug as it could have is because maybe she just lost weight. She was stressed. And to be quite honest, never even, when I was watching the wedding, I never looked at her dress and thought, oh, it needs an extra fitting. I thought she looked comfortable. I thought she looked beautiful. It's like people just want to pick at every single little thing. Like, how much more fitted did you want it to be? Hating because it wasn't you. Katy, like Lionel, have been associated with Charles and different charities linked to Charles for a while. So perhaps this isn't too much of a surprise, calling in a favor. But it's interesting that not one single UK act, major UK act, current and relevant UK act, has decided to step up. And no one who is even top 50 on the billboards or Spotify charts wants to perform. I think it speaks volumes. And isn't it strange that for all this time, they have belittled Meghan for her Americanness, and they've had to now rely on mostly American and foreign, other foreign artists to fill in the voids. I believe there's a famous opera singer. I think he's Italian. I forget his name. But he's performed for the Queen before. He'll be performing as well. I didn't know this, but Katy Perry is apparently a patron or a spokesperson for the British Asian Trust. Where's the Asian? Katy said, I'm excited to be performing at the Coronation concert and helping to shine a further light on the British Asian Trust Children's Protection Fund, whose work includes on-the-ground initiatives to fundraising with the aim to find solutions to child trafficking. I wonder if her and Andrew have ever been in the same room to talk about that. Is there any reason why they couldn't have found a British Asian person? Mind you, there are plenty of successful British Asian people in the UK to be the head of the British Asian Trust. When they need that Hollywood sparkle, they call for it. It's just when it was Meghan, it was a problem. So the Sky News article about performers said, take that, Katy Perry and Lionel Richie are among musical acts on the world-class lineup for the Coronation concert at Windsor Castle. Take That's performance will feature 3 of the original members, Gary Barlow, Howard Donald, and Mark Owen. However, Robbie Williams and Jason Orange, but let's be honest, when it comes to Take That, it's really Robbie Williams, right? Have been given the opportunity to rejoin for a one-off reunion. So they've been given the opportunity. It doesn't say that they've confirmed or that they are coming. So yeah, we've got Katy Perry, we've got at least 3 of the original members of Take That, Lionel Richie, the famous opera guy, and I think they'll probably also have like the Royal Ballet, probably there's a lot of like dance groups in the UK, maybe they'll jump on as well. But it's just very interesting that not a single major UK act, many of whom have performed for the Queen in the past, want to come to the Chubbly. Very telling. All right, let's get to your comments. Hi everyone, if you're just joining us, thumbs up please. Katy can bring the shark that was dancing at the Super Bowl. I actually did like Katy Perry's Super Bowl performance. I do like Katy Perry's music, I have to say. I just don't like Katy Perry the person. She's proven to be a little bit off in recent years. I think she's a fun performer. she just hasn't, had a hit for a while, but she's given us a lot of hits. Like I'm not shading Katy Perry or saying that she's, she is not she does not have a musical legacy. She does. That would just be silly to say that she doesn't. But she has just proven as a person to be quite shady over the last few years. She is, of course, married to Orlando Bloom, and they live quite near the Sussexes, actually. Legs, did I miss what Katy Perry was British and Asian? Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right, I'm trying to scroll through your comments. Marina, she has a flip-flop personality. Yeah. No, Pam, she most definitely does not have British or Asian ancestry. I think Katy Perry, she was raised quite evangelical, actually. Her parents were very strict. Thank you so much, Lola Love, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Katy and Orlando are not married, but they're together, no? They are together. I guess they've been together for so long, I just assumed they were married. Okay, on to the next thing. Camilla Tominey, the liar, decided to come out of her cave twice this week. The first time to talk about Joe Biden, who had pretty much a rock star reception in Ireland. And she comes out with this. Biden has greatly diminished America's role in the world. Britain doesn't need him. Oi, the delusion. The fact that this is Camilla Tominey tells me that perhaps, maybe, because you have to kind of assume at this point, someone in the palace was like, girl, get on your laptop and type something angry about this man. Because he's not coming to the coronation. He doesn't have to. There's no reason for him to. And it would get him a lot of heat in the US if he did. To me, it seems like they are definitely mad. I do feel that they wanted him to come. The Bidens do have a good working relationship with the Sussexes. And I do believe that it's just a close, respectful working relationship. I don't believe that they're friends. Like Nacho and Delfina are, Harry and Meghan's friends. But to the palace, no, we need to be just as close to the Bidens as Harry and Meghan are, which it just doesn't make sense to me. You are the monarchy, and you are the main monarch, and now the Queen. There's no reason for Joe Biden to be at this coronation. I would even say that Jill Biden shouldn't go to this coronation. And then Camilla also wrote this. Actually, no, this is not Camilla Tominey. Oh no, have I? Yes, sorry, this one about Harry. He returns to Britain next month. It's an opportunity to show him that despite the trouble he's caused, he's still the Duke's country. Sorry, this is still the Duke's country. Also saying, Prince Harry looks like a man desperate for an escape route. We should give him one. He literally called his flight to Canada the Freedom Flight. This man does not want a route back. He's gone. He's done been gone for, it's coming to 3 years. I mean, it's been so long, even I've taken a Freedom Flight. And you're saying this man wants to go back? To what? The man who, as a boy, you made walk behind his mother's coffin. That boy wants to come back. He wanted to be half in, half out, and you said no. And now you're talking about give him an escape route. I think people like Camilla Tominey and the press, they know full well that Harry's never coming back. He doesn't want to come back. They know he is happy. They know that there is really nothing for him to come back to. Even if by some, magic wand, magic potion, witchery and sorcery, there was some kind of reconciliation, he would not come back. Reconciliation does not necessarily mean coming back, but I don't think that's going to happen. But they have to keep this narrative going because if they admit that he is happy, they can't sell the lie that he's not. And if they can't sell the lie that he's not happy, they can't sell the lie that it's Meghan that's causing his unhappiness. To the complete contrary, what he has with Meghan is the most happiness that he has ever known. Oi. H9, I guess that's why the Prime Minister of the UK was following Biden around like a puppy. Yeah, I didn't really follow their like all of the meetings, but I saw clips of it, and the body language was just really awkward at times. There was even one where it almost looked like Biden was, I wouldn't say shoving him out of the way, but like, could you excuse me? Because he was going to greet one of the army men instead. JJ, you said leave Biden alone. Yeah. I knew they would try to spin problems in their marriage. Well, everything that they do, we now know is projection. So they're spinning all of this about Harry and Meghan's marriage because we all know there's another marriage, another royal marriage that is very much in trouble. Mad World, I'm just waiting to see what's the narrative going to be for Harry and Meghan after the clown show. Good question. Because what can they spin after this? I guess anything Harry and Meghan do, they'll just continue to attack it. But yeah, what can they spin after this? Spin stuff out of thin air, I guess, like this. Yeah, this is what they're gonna do. So this is a list of articles in the Daily Express in a 24-hour period. 44 Barfield rants in one day. That's a pace of 16,000 attacks a year. And this is just one screenshot that this lovely Mr. Edwin Hayward collected from numerous different UK tabloids in what he describes quite rightfully as an industrial scale hate mongering campaign. Stories attacking mainly Meghan and Harry quite a bit. There is no precedent to which this can be looked at as a targeted campaign. Like you know it's a targeted campaign, but what we know and understand as people and what we can execute in terms of holding these papers accountable in the law are two different things. There is no precedent so far, which is why the UK tabloids have been able to get away with this for so long, for going after the press for a targeted campaign like this. And perhaps in their obsession with Meghan, maybe we can go forward with some kind of lawsuit, whether the public call for a public inquiry or Meghan's lawyers do it. I actually do think that a public inquiry would be very powerful. Not just against what they've done to Meghan, but what they do in general. What the tabloid press do and the way they spin things. There are so many cases over the decades that you could put together in a lawsuit. I mean, to this day, I saw something about Hillsborough today. And we know that the press played a big part in making the victims and the families of Hillsborough look like it was their fault. So I just think that there have been so many huge cases like this that there just has to be a way. There has to be a way that people can come together and hold these big tabloids accountable. There just has to be at this point. Because this is just the Daily Express, not even the Daily Fail, not even the Sun. the Daily Mirror, who seem to now be in a battle with the Daily Fail to see who can be the bigger pain in the ass. Boy. In Coronation news, so I and many of us have suspected that Camilla is now pulling the strings. I did not know this. So this is actually going back to October 2022, so last year, that Camilla's ex-husband was carrying out royal duties on behalf of Camilla. I did not know this. Is this not weird to anybody in the royal house that Camilla's ex-husband, who she left, who she was having an affair with, who she was having an affair while she was married to, is doing royal duties on her behalf? I mean, these Aristo people are weird. Is Charles okay with this? Does he have a choice? What is going on? And now her children and grandchildren are all up in that coronation, all up in the procession. So Queen Camilla's ex-husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, has new royal-related duties. Last week, he formally represented Camilla at a funeral for John Bowes-Lyon. Bowes-Lyon was a second cousin of Queen Elizabeth and a cousin of Parker Bowles. According to the Daily Mail, his friends say this could be the first engagement of many. And how long before we start seeing Camilla's children and grandchildren at all of these royal engagements? Oh, it's gonna get interesting, folks. Gonna get interesting. Thank you, Black Queen, for reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, please. Do let me know, folks, if my internet is shaking a little bit. I can see the symbol in the corner is flashing, so that's usually a sign that it's that it's being a bit shaky. So do let me know. H-Night, both of them were sleeping around, and I've heard that those aristos do that on a regular basis. Yeah. But honestly, I mean, it's just incredible, isn't it? This woman has really been patient for 3-4 decades now, cozying up to Charles, continuing the affair even when he married Diana. Then Diana dies. Then they wait a while, then get married anyway. And then we go from, it's going to be Queen Consort Camilla to now Queen Camilla. Incredible. Like, this is what you read about in stories about kings and queens in, yesteryears, going back hundreds of years. How the king lost his kingdom. Truly Game of Thrones. Valerie, the new bloodline is from the queen. Yeah. Madwald, you said, and it seems to be what they do by keeping the spouse of the mistress close in hand. Ugh. It's gross. Yeah, that was weird and disgusting. Ugh. Don't even want to think about it. Pam Porter, a masterclass in playing the long game. Indeed. The long, long, long game. The longest game ever. Right, let's get on to the big story of the day. This. I don't know if they are trying to make her look good or they're trying to get her dragged. Because this definitely did not make Catherine look good. And it most certainly got her dragged. Literally, they're calling her Harriet Hubman. So this article in the Daily Fail came out, and it was titled "How Kate's Ancestors played a key role in abolishing slavery after the Sussexes' barbs about royals and racism. I also just think that the Daily Felt is just clowning. I think they know that these type of articles are going to get shared. I think they know that the squad is paying attention. But this does not make Catherine look good. So the article said, for the Princess of Wales' great aunt. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Let me take a breath and say that again. Great aunt, Norfolk-born Harriet Martineau, became known as the greatest American abolitionist after fighting a lifelong battle to abolish slavery and racism in the US. Do you know, I'm not even going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read Omid's tweet. We're not going to do this today. We are not going to do this today. You are not going to go back a bajillion generations just to write an article like this. But when they were talking about Meghan's ancestry, now that's upwardly mobile. How in 150 years, Meghan Markle's family went from cotton slaves to royalty via freedom in the US Civil War, while her dad's ancestors included a maid at Windsor Castle. That's how they talked about Meghan's ancestry. In that typical classist British way. Now that's upwardly mobile, as if you should be sorry somehow for breaking the boundaries of class and privilege in society. Oh, I'm tired. The squaddies had fun with Photoshop. I'm tired. Levy, all we need is for the rose bushes to start carrying out engagements. Well, if we see her carrying out engagements, that's pretty much confirmation, right? Because now it's now it's absolutely Camilla and Diana 2.0. We already saw her at the Christmas walk after it came out that her and Kate had a falling out, to make it seem like all was good, and Kate had no choice. Rose is an aristo. Jodie CC, you said for sure she's calling the shots and has been for decades, removing Charles' own grand and grandchildren out of the way. Media fed Harry to the tabloids, forced him to stay silent. Yeah. I mean, let's not forget what Harry said. If I've bookmarked it properly, we can listen to it again. Let me just open up my Twitter. Give me a sec, folks. Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't save it. Or did I? No, I don't think I did. All right. Never mind. Yeah, Black Queen, they're trying to drag President because he mixed up the name of the All Black rugby team that his cousin defeated with the brutal British police force that was used against. Oh, was this the thing about he mixed up the black and tans and the... Yeah, I read something about that. Like, he had a little bit of a gaff. He is a little bit gaffy, but so it's like, I think they're making a mountain out of a molehill, aren't they? I mean, I don't know. I didn't read too much into it, but I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Duchess, this is how they play the long game to get what they want. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say today. I guess we can just end with your comments and call it a day. I want to keep it nice and short and sweet today because it's a Saturday, and yeah, there's some articles that I wanted to read out, but I think we can read them out maybe tomorrow instead. So let's just end with your comments, and then that will be all. Listen, squaddies were having an absolute field day on Twitter. There was one. Remember that lady that pretended to be black? What was it? Rachel Duzel? People were like airbrushing her face onto like Rachel's hair. The squaddies did not hold back today because it's just so ridiculous. Like, who would put that out there? They're really reaching, like a whole yoga stretch. What a reach! Yeah, Noku, it will literally be the side chicks parade. Penny, Rose, and queen of them all, Camilla. And maybe some others. I mean, those are just the ones we know about. Allegedly, for the lawyers listening. Ooh. Actually, there was one other thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, I don't have it on the. I don't have it on the slide. Okay, maybe just as well because I don't really want to put it on the screen. There was a picture of George. Hang on a sec. There was a picture of George, the Cambridge's son. Gary Janetti, who is that tasteless, disgusting non-comedian who thinks he's funny, posted a picture of Prince George and a headline from the Independent that said Prince George to carry a sword at King Charles's coronation to protect grandfather. Gary Janetti posted that with a caption that said, "I hope I don't have to unalive Harry." These people are so deranged that they are weaponizing children to serve their hatred of Harry and Meghan. Weaponizing children, weaponizing Harry's own nephew. And then the comments from other people on this post were, "Just in case Meghan shows up. This gave me a genuine chuckle. A man with no motive is a man one suspects. A child. They are weaponizing a child." Now I think he may have actually deleted this. Let me just check. But I just don't understand why you would involve a child in this. And he has, I believe he was the one that did that series, the cartoon series with the royals. Actually, I've never actually looked at his page. His whole page is the royals, and he posts. Okay, this is really creepy. Actually, do you know I've never looked at his whole page. So his whole page is the royals, and a lot of the pictures that he's posted are of little Prince George and Louis. That's really creepy. Like, why is he posting so much about royal children? Like, he's a grown man. I hope somebody looks into that. Sorry, folks, for like sidetracking. It's just I saw this disgusting Instagram post, but I've never actually looked at his whole post. And I'm like looking at his whole feed, and it's actually really disturbing. Like, why is this grown man obsessed with George? And even in his cartoon as well. That is, oh my God. Okay, I'm done. These people are just all disturbing. All disturbing. Investigate them all, arrest them all. Okay, we'll finish up with your comments and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, leave the kids alone is a policy that I keep on this channel, and I think most of the squaddies are very respectful about. Unless it's to criticize the institution or how the institution treats the children or how the press treats the children, I never talk about the children because it's just not appropriate. And how are you so steeped in your hate of people that you don't know that you're now weaponizing the children? Completely deranged. Oh. Yeah, cookies and cream. I think he's a disgusting individual, and I hope karma comes to him too. Karma and the juju. Callie, wasn't there an article you were meant to read yesterday from The Guardian? Do you want me all to read it? We've been here for like 40 minutes. Do you want me all to read it, or should I wait for tomorrow? Because I feel like I went through everything otherwise that I was meant to. Do you know what? We're going on 40 minutes. I'm gonna leave it. I will read out the articles tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for bringing it up. It's just we're going like almost on an hour. So I will read it tomorrow. Okay. And please make a short of that list of 44 headlines. We can share it with supporters and the ill-informed. Okay, I might do like a TikTok or something. Or if I find somebody else has done a TikTok, I will share that instead. Oh, you guys want me to read the article? No. I will read the article tomorrow. Let's all go over to Baron, okay? And it's getting really late here as well. You all know that I'm trying to get to bed a lot earlier, right? I'll read it out tomorrow. Yeah, let's go. Everyone go over to Baron. Have a good time at Baron's, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Ciao. Oh, and thank you for everyone for your donations and the mod squad. Ciao.
Yeah. Hey. Amaru. Only if you're ready. Let's go. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Me no care about all the noise, but I'm digging your station. See how you got my head spinning with a body rotation. Couple days went by, now I'm losing my patience. Go ahead, drop a pin, girl, wanna know your location. What's your location? Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way out. I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. I didn't feel like with her we can take over nations, yeah. We can take a trip whenever, girl, you need a vacation. Number one bad girl, killing everything like on a mission. Girl on a mission. Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way out. I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.